Good early morning. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on October 18, 2025, and this was going to be earlier today, but once again, the criminal control freaks, they send their radio frequencies to knock me out. And yes, this really does happen. And there are patents for it that I've posted in the past, but thank you for subscribing and welcome back to my channel. I received a couple of X posts, and I'm going to show you two of them. Let me get this one first. Okay, now this is an alleged gangstalker. He's getting this information off his chest. He says he feels guilty about it, but you all need to listen to this. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at the wiggle and the wiggle. Do you notice that? The wiggle and the wiggle. The criminals. They give themselves away every day. And that's what they are. They're criminals. Karma's coming for the criminals.
I have some information I have to share, and I'm putting my life in danger by doing it. I don't feel good about this. I feel guilty as hell. This is why I'm sharing it. But there's a 3-letter agency. The letters are I, A, and C. I'm sure you can do the math on that. And I'm sure you've heard the term G-stalked or getting followed. I get paid $10,000 a month by that organization to follow people. All I have to do is follow one person a day, make sure they see me, take a video, send it in. I have a tracking app on my phone. I can see at least 100 people a day, and I get to pick who I follow. All I have to do is make sure they see me and send in the video. That's it. Just doing some creepy shit. Share this, like this, send it to your homies. If you called someone crazy for getting G-stalked, sorry, dude, it's real. Vote on here, but I have some information I have to share, and I'm putting my life in danger by doing it. I don't feel good about this. I feel guilty as hell. This is why I'm sharing it. But there's a 3-letter agency. The letters are I, A, and C. I'm sure you can do the math on that. And I'm sure you've heard the term G-stalked or getting followed. I get paid $10,000 a month by that organization to follow people. All I have to do is follow one person a day, make sure they see me, take a video, send it in. I have a tracking app on my phone. I can see at least 100 people a day, and I get to pick who I follow. All I have to do is make sure they see me and send in the video. That's it. Just doing some creepy shit. Share this, like this, send it to your homies. If you called someone crazy for getting G-stalked, sorry, dude, it's real.
It's real. Okay, so, you know, these whistleblowers, they're going to come forward, even though they're getting paid. The people who have a heart, that have a soul, that have a conscience, they're going to come forward. And more people are going to be coming forward. And he just outed somebody. IAC. Okay, that's number 1. Now, this is from a man named Dan Williams. He's a 43-year-old white straight male. He does HVAC. He's been a full-blown targeted individual, V2K, since Friday, October 5, 2018. I'm Christian, and he just joined X recently. Okay, so I'm going to show you in case you want to follow. I'm only on X for my cat rescue, so I'm very rarely on X. So thank you, SDL, for sending me these links so that I can view these and share. So this is his name. Oh, look at the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Dan Williams, or at DanWill91759444. You notice that? Look at that. Look at that, everybody. This is what the criminals do. That's what the criminals do. So I just had to get myself a little magnet here. Okay, so I'm going to play the video for you.
I was just trying to ask for help. I was here a couple years ago. Things have changed a little bit. This Sunday, October 5th, will be 7 years being targeted and tortured, harassed with voice-to-skull technology. technology and artificial intelligence chatbots. I recently tried to start a dialogue with Cartersville Police. I haven't really talked to them a lot about it. I was able to do an in-depth conversation about it with Captain Bentley. All I was asking him to do was send it to the FBI and get a response from the FBI. That's all I need him to do. And he refuses to do that. I got Clark Millsap back on the phone a couple months ago, and again, all I was asking him to do was ping the FBI, the new administration FBI, to see if they would do anything. Because again, I'm being assassinated. It's constant harassment for 7 years. Clark Millsap said that no, he's not going to try to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning is that law enforcement won't just get an answer from the FBI. I mean, I'm being harassed continuously. I'm being harassed while I'm laying in my bed, while I'm getting ready for work. I recently lost another job because of the harassment. I'm without work right now. They're giving me kidney failure. My transmission's failing in my only vehicle that I have left. I've been trying to handle it the right way, you know. I'm a peaceful guy. A lot of people would have already chosen to do something stupid. But just here to see if there's anything y'all can do to help. If you can ask law enforcement, what exactly is it that's keeping them from pinging the FBI? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a yes or no from the FBI, not from my local law enforcement. I don't need them holding up, me getting my life back. So I don't know what y'all are able to do, but I've just wore out. I've had enough. We're at 7 years. I've lost everything, and I need some kind of new momentum towards the finish line. That's what I'm just here to see if y'all can help me out with that.
I mean, if you talk to our police department, if they've basically done what they were supposed to do, then there's nothing more.
Well, they haven't done what they're supposed to do, is what I'm saying.
Well, if they've spoken to you about the situation, but I'll talk to the police chief tomorrow and see if there's anything more that we can do, and have them, so they'll reach out to you.
And you've got Investigator Bentley, you have his contact information? Or he has yours, more importantly, I
He
think?
should, and again, if he could just give me an answer from the FBI. His refusal to ping the FBI or get me a response from the FBI is criminal in nature. Clark Millsap is criminal for the way he's handled it. His own deputies on body cam video.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Mr.
And that's the
Lindsay.
mayor,
You
by
did
the
that
way.
last time, but I'm
That's
being
the mayor.
assassinated by the sheriff, just to be
Sir.
crystal clear with you.
Sir, if you would, could you walk here and just write your name and your phone number on this for me?
Sure.
So that the city manager can have them contact you after it, just in case they don't have your
That's why I'm here.
contact
Is
info.
because Sheriff Clark Millsap is personally involved with trying to end my life. He's been refusing to do his job for 7 years. His deputies on video tell me that my harassment can go on for many years. We're at 7 years now, so it needs to stop.
Okay. If you would, just print your name and your phone number there, and then we can, follow up on you with that.
He's wearing a T-shirt, and on the back it says "MK Ultra never ended."
Very good. Yeah.
See how this police officer in the back here, as soon as the targeted person, this guy, Dan Williams, mentioned the sheriff not doing something, he
But
got
I appreciate
straight
anything I
up.
can do, so just look to hear from you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll reach out to the police chief in the morning and find out what they.
Just why you can't ping the FBI. Cool.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Is there any more business that needs to come before council?
Okay, so now,
If there's none, Chair will entertain a motion.
okay, so that was Dan Williams, or at Dan Will 917-59444 on X. Thank you so much for that. And let's go to the next business here. Let's see. Okay, I received a comment from a subscriber through email. We are living in real life science fiction. Believe you're being used as a Raytheon test subject, guinea pig. Chemtrails, energy weapons, and cloaking technology, and whatever. Could be you're aware, as the rest are not, of their surroundings. Truth be told, most will never realize they're being gang stalked half of their life. I ran my own back in retrospect, and there is a pattern. My belief would be there's always been groups or cults, a hierarchy, before the stalking program goes into effect. Certain people have always used their leverage or power and control over others. When narcissist has none of those, they stoop lower to lower levels of manipulation. Never will be any justification for it. In my mind, it doesn't make any sense. How do these actions help the whole be destroyed by destroying select individuals? It doesn't, does it? He also mentioned looking into the Elisa Lam story, Lam, Elisa Lam. I haven't had time to do that yet. And then he said the name is an expose, some fragile inside information on who and what's supposed to be going on. He says, you're the first I've heard anyone talk about cloaking technology as to be actual. Everyone's caught up on what they know, when it's what you don't know that can truly harm you. They're trying all they can to keep this invisible shit under wraps. I bet you know they're everywhere. If the public knew the extent, they would totally freak out. And I agree. If the public knew about cloaking technology, that it really exists, they would be freaked out. They would be freaked out to know that you can have some loser cloaked in your house and you wouldn't know it. I know a targeted woman I met. She actually came here. This is, I believe it was the first year I was here. And we were in contact for a while, and she got so freaked out because she left her home, came back in, and as she's inside, there were stalkers in her house, like all the way in the back bedroom, and they come flying out of her house like crazy. She got so freaked out by it. And cloaking for here, it's been used here the entire time I've been here. I caught it the first time. I was still living in my car. I was outside on the driveway. I think I was just listening or watching a video. Totally silent. Had some cats around me. And it was dusk. I hear somebody sliding down my bank. I look, I see nothing. My cats jump up and run over to see what's going on. We see nothing, but there was movement on the ground. But we didn't see any persons. They were doing it from the time I got here. It's been going on for 6 years. My cameras have caught a couple of times. In fact, some of you guys, and that's why they like to blur my videos when I'm filming outside, because all you really smart people who have better technology than I do, perhaps better eyes than I do, you see them too. You've pointed them out to me. You've taken my own videos, re-uploaded them, and circled where the criminals are on my property. So yeah, that's why they like to wiggle and jiggle my camera. And by the way, this is my mother's phone. I hardly use this phone. But a little while ago, I pulled it out of its Faraday cage bag, and I absolutely turned it off a few days ago at 84% battery. I removed it from the Faraday bag, turned it back on, connected to the internet, and I was at 1% battery. So this is what's happening here in Jackson County, Kentucky. I can have any device at 100%. Turn it off. Stick it in a Faraday bag. Turn it back on again, and it goes from 100, 84%, 70% to 0 or 1%. It's happened twice already this evening. I haven't touched the device, and it keeps going from 100% to nothing. So yeah, cloaking does happen. And no, there are patents for it. So thank you I'm so glad that you're learning about cloaking because of the information that I provide. So now this goes on to another targeted person I've been having a correspondence with. He says, I can't find the actual news article, but the perp was modifying them to run with the microwave oven doors open. Also, here's an article about a couple with a newborn that caught a chemistry student squirting chemicals under their door with their hidden camera. Now, I absolutely remember this video. And that person got prosecuted because they had the video. So, let's see. It says, yes, there were reports about a couple who claimed they were targeted by someone using modified microwave ovens to harm them through the walls of their home. This incident drew attention due to its unusual nature and raised concerns about the potential misuse of microwave technology. And the article is Incident Involving Modified Microwave Ovens, Overview of the Case. In a notable incident, a couple reported that a man was modifying microwave ovens to emit harmful radiation directed at them through the walls of their home. This case drew attention due to the unusual nature of the allegations and potential health risks associated with microwave radiations. Let's see. They reported experiencing symptoms that they believed were linked to exposure to modified microwaves. It says, did the couple catch the guy? Legal and health implications. The case raised questions about the legality of such actions and the responsibilities of individuals regarding the safety of their neighbors. It also highlighted concerns about the potential health effects of microwave radiation, although scientific consensus generally indicates that properly functioning microwave ovens do not pose a significant risk when used as intended. Well, obviously, it's not being used as intended. This incident is part of a broader discussion about microwave safety and the potential for misuse of technology. Well, let's go to the expert on microwave technology. Dr. Barry Trower. He is a whistleblower, and he was an expert on microwave technology, and he's come forth with multiple videos. I don't have them available right now, but you can look him up. Barry, Barrie, Trower, Trower, and I believe he was in the Navy, and he is a microwave expert. It really does exist. So now let's go on to another subscriber. When we were talking about the micro robots, she said, okay, let's see how she started here. She sent me photos of the bug that she found. She crushed it, by the way. And I'll explain what she said happened. So here it is. one. Let's see. Here it is again. This is a mosquito, by the way. I wonder if this is Bill Gates' concoction. You know, he's into letting loose mosquitoes. They can use them as vectors with a payload, right? They can manipulate these insects to deliver things. And let's see if there's another one. I think there's one more photo here. Oh, yeah, here it is. And this is a mini oil painting by Jeff Claudio. Okay, she says, oh, I just skipped over it. She says, I was sitting on my bed reading, and it landed in front of me. I grabbed a book to smack it, and it jumped around and walked a couple of steps towards me. It looked robotic. It freaked me out. I took a pic, then I raised the book, and it came down hard on it, sliding the book. So I knew it was dead, and it looked dead. So I took another picture. When I looked at the picture, it looked like springs coming out of it. This was August 2023. The wet picture, so I have to show you that one, is a Windex, was taken in the bathroom in the tub. It's another mosquito. I'm not sure if it was the same kind. The bites I had all over me were horrendous, and I'm allergic to jabby shots. Not sure which ingredient, but everyone was getting bit that summer by something that was doing serious damage, and the bites were big, itchy, severely, and lasted for months. Below is the Windex one. At any rate, thank you for taking a look at them. Prayers and protection for all of you. So let me show you. And you can see the little droplets here. So she took a photo of, this is a wet one. Here's the Windex bug. This is the one in their bathtub. And let's see if there's more here. I guess that's the leg that fell off. Okay, there it is. That's the Windex bug. Okay, so there you have some information from targeted people who email me privately. I mean, obviously, she was not able to send me, attach any photos. She's not able to attach photos in the comments section of YouTube. YouTube doesn't allow that. Let's see, what else? I received... I haven't viewed this yet. White hats have commandeered the weather engineering technology that used to be solely controlled by the cabal. That is why no hurricanes hit U.S. soil this season. Rejoice. That's an article I haven't read yet. And then Richard Moore, USAGSA, created a video a couple of days ago. Where to file complaints and seek justice. You can go to the federal avenues, the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of the Inspector General, for misconduct, corruption, or misuse of DOJ projects, including the COPS program and PSN. You can go to the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division for law enforcement misconduct and constitutional rights violations. You can go to the Office of Justice Programs, OJP, and report misuse of federal grant funding or non-compliance with DOJ standards. You can file a complaint with the U.S. Office of Special Counsel, OSC, for whistleblowers and victims of government retaliation. Then you can go to the Congressional Oversight Board. You can contact your U.S. senators and representatives at www.senate.gov. You can request a Department of Justice Inspector General to review and oversight your inquiry. You can file a complaint with the U.S. House Judiciary Committee at judiciary.house.gov. The Subcommittee on Constitution handles civil rights and Department of Justice oversight. On the state level, well, he was using his own state, Mississippi. You can go to the Mississippi Attorney General, Public Integrity Division. You can go to the Ethics Commission. You can go to the Bar Association, Office of General Counsel for attorney misconduct or conflicts of interest. Oh, we have nothing like that here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Then you can go to the watchdog and public interest organizations like the Project on Government Oversight, which is POGO, P-O-G-O. Then there's the Government Accountability Project, a GAP. That would be whistleblowers.org. And then there's the National Whistleblower Center, which is whistleblowers.org again. And some tips for filing your complaints. Keep all original evidence, only send copies. Use certified mail or official online portals to track your submission. Create a timeline of incidents, like including dates, times, and case numbers. Attach supporting photos, police reports, or correspondence. Clearly state your constitutional rights are being violated. The First, Fourth, and 14th Amendments. Always request an Inspector General investigation for misuse of grant funds or community policing abuses. So there's that information. And let's see what else. Thank you for sending me a link to how to refuse the Real ID. Here's a link for the Citizens Council for Health Freedom. It has all the information about refusing the digital ID that's heading our way. You go to refuse, let me just click on this. cchfreedom.org, national ID. Let me show you. Wait, it'll pop back up. It'll repopulate. The Citizens Council for Health Freedom. Refuse the national ID card, Real ID. Real ID is an unconstitutional national ID that will end state and personal sovereignty. U.S. Senator Rand Paul introduced the Safeguarding Personal Information Act, S. 2769, to fully repeal Title II of the Real ID Act. Contact your U.S. representative and U.S. senator and ask them to support this bill. Take action today. This really is a national identification card for the United States of America for the first time in our history. We've never done this before, and we shouldn't be doing it without a full debate. I am very, very reluctant for this country to have a national ID card. This is U.S. Senator Lamar Alexander during the 2005 Senate floor debate on Real ID. By federalizing driver licensing, the Real ID Act usurps this power, which has been reserved to the states. This is a letter to President Trump from 116 Pennsylvania legislators. This was back in January 30th, 2017. And what are the points to know? Real ID is an unconstitutional national ID that will end state and personal sovereignty. Fully imposed, it will be digitized, potentially put on your phone, I don't have any room left on my phone, you can forget about that. Made real-time and remotely accessible and used to track and control movement, purchases, and transactions. That's the AAMVA testimony. Real ID could become a Chinese-like social credit system linked to a global ID. The expanding use of biometric and digital ID systems are potential threats to medical privacy, patient autonomy, and individual freedom. Real ID opens the door to tracking, profile, and control over your medical choices and daily life. Don't buy the lie. You can still fly without the real ID. Indeed, you may be able to fly without any ID. According to Gilmore versus Gonzalez, processes are in place today. If you lose your ID, including questions you need to answer, like what color is your first car, and search. Take action. Ask Congress to 1. Require TSA to withdraw the progressive enforcement rule, and 2. Repeal the law. So that's a little information on that. That is cchfreedom.org national hyphen ID. Okay, so we reviewed the fact that this young man confessed to being a gangstalker. This is his name. His name is on X @RealDevian, DEVIAN. And I'm going to play it for you again.
On here, but I have some information I have to share, and I'm putting my life in danger by doing it. I don't feel good about this. I feel guilty as hell. This is why I'm sharing it. But there's a 3-letter agency. The letters are I, A, and C. I'm sure you can do the math on that. And I'm sure you've heard the term G-stalked or getting followed. I get paid $10,000 a month by that organization to follow people. All I have to do is follow one person a day, make sure they see me, take a video, send it in. I have a tracking app on my phone. I can see at least 100 people a day, and I get to pick who I follow. All I have to do is make sure they see me and send in the video. That's it. Just doing some creepy shit. Share this, like this, send it to your homies. If you called someone crazy for getting G-stalked, sorry, dude, it's real. On here, but I have some information I have to share, and I'm putting my life in danger by doing it. I don't feel good about this.
There you go, folks. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And remember to hit the notifications bell so that you're notified when my videos become available. And we're already in Saturday, so I'll have my live stream at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It usually runs from 10 o'clock to midnight. I'm also interviewing Gina, I think, again today. There was some information that she left out of her last testimony that she wanted to review, so we'll have that sometime later today. So anyway, thank you all for listening, and I hope you're all having a good night, and I will talk to you guys soon. And I just heard something in my kitchen. I hope it's not what I think it is, because these criminals, they have been throwing mice in my house. Yes, I have so far, along with my cats, caught 4. I should have 0. But that's what they do here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Yeah, they like to throw their bugs and insects and stink bombs, and these are sick, depraved lunatics, guys. So anyway, thank you all for your questions and comments. And there are many people that don't like to comment publicly, and that's okay. You can email me your comments privately, alternativehomesteading@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to read them out loud. Like, I will take a collection of things as I did this evening and, review what you sent to me, like the squashed mosquito that had wires popping out of it after she crushed it with a book. This really does happen. The technology does exist. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't just the company that I mentioned on my video about the little robots. 1 second. Let me just pick that up quickly. It wasn't just the one gang stalking insects, micro robots, that company. DARPA has been manipulating insects and flying and birds for more than a decade. So beware, folks. That hawk flying over your property might be a robot drone Yeah, it really does exist. Yes, and no, I'm not crazy. Just go look up the patents. It's really happening. And it's happening here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Yes, because I am a military grade targeted person here. Yeah, because all the criminals around here, they're banking on me. That's why they don't want me to move. That's why they're preventing phone calls from coming in from my gorgeous property, and they are vandalizing it like crazy. And I will be doing a video, an updated video of the vandalism, because it needs to be viewed. You need to see this. Signing off for now.